Many people ask me about the Aldi smoke machines that I purchased a while back. One of them broke down. This video will speak about what happened, and I better throw up this title before we get into the video. Boring. The Aldi smoke machine. Now I purchased this one in 2010. The next year I purchased another one, so that makes it 2011, and they are dated. This first one, packed it in about a month ago, and I'll explain what happened. Because these are powered by mains, you won't see me open one of these up and show you how to fix it. I just don't do that sort of stuff on my channel. Okay, the Aldi machine, there was two problems. One problem was the pump. The pump was all corroded and rusty. And remember, I don't use the fluid that they've suggested to use. I use a thicker one, and also I use my machines a lot, so I wasn't going to run down to Aldi and say, hey, my smoke machines are bum, because I really need to punish them. The second thing was it was blocked. And that was sort of the easy thing to fix. Possibly being blocked had affected the pump. Quite often when things go wrong, it's one thing will affect another, or there'll be one thing that will happen and it will create another problem. The pump is a very, very simple little pump, but I think I soaked it in WD-40 to get it up and running again. Like I said, I'm not going into that machine because it's all high voltage, and I don't want to be seen as saying, hey, you showed us how to pull apart that machine and now I've been fried, so we're not going there. But I will show you how I unblocked my machine. That's very simple to do. In this Aldi smoke machine, the heating element resides in a box in there, and it's got some heat protective material around it. And of course it spits smoke out this end of the machine. If I was going to come in and draw a cross section of where the smoke gets generated in one of these machines, there's a big lump of metal which has been cast. Inside this cast metal is basically a piece of very fine pipe. It's actually very small diameter, and it's in there in a bit of a spiral. I'm not exactly sure of the shape because I haven't opened it up. You can't open it up because it's cast, and of course it spits out, and that's the outside of the machine. So if I draw the machine around this, you start to see the bigger picture here. There's also sensors on this, and of course there's electrical connections to what would be heating elements inside this, so the whole block gets heated up. What I found was mine had a blockage possibly in around here. It was near the end of this, of the outlet, so you've got smoke fluid coming in this area, and out this end you've got the smoke as a vapor. I'll show you how I fixed it. Pretty simple. Luckily in my possession I had some really fine piano wire. Just remembered I've got some verniers here, so let's measure this. 0.63 millimeter. If you can get a little bit thinner, it would be even better. And what I did was I weaseled that very fine piano wire up the outlet hole. That's where the smoke comes out. Of course the machine is off. Of course the machine is cool, and I actually found there was a blockage there, and it took a little bit of while to keep working this piano wire up there. Inside there, like I said, the piping can be done in a spiral. There's some shape that it's done within the core, but that's sort of how I fixed what was going on with my smoke machine. It was blocked. Okay, both machines are warmed up, and let me show you how different they are now. That's the one which has not been pulled apart by me. It's the 2011 model. That's the 2010 model. From what I know, these have got identical components in there. Listen to how different they are now. Let me do the one that I pulled apart first, 2010. Okay, now the 2011, this has not been touched by me. It's pretty obvious that whatever I've done to the pump in that 2010 model has made it sound very different. So there's that noise again. I don't know, it just seems like the pump isn't as efficient or running as well as the one in the 2011. One of the key killers to smoke machine is corrosion and rust. The smoke fluid gets out and it tends to be fairly brutal on the components in the machines. And I think that's what's really been taking out this one. The pump had a lot of rust and corrosion on it. It'll be interesting to see if the 2011 model suffers the same fate. I do give these smoke machines a lot of work, so I really can't take them back to Aldi and be fair and say, hey, your smoke machine's rubbish, because I really did give these a flogging from day one. I get asked a lot of queries about these smoke machines, and I'm a little bit curious myself to see what other people have got to say about them. So if you've got one, tell me about it in the comments. That'd be great, thank you. Okay, bye for now.